Hey team, Adam from Built Beyond 40 here. Okay, today what I want to do is add to the theory that we've been looking at over the last few videos. And I want to put it into a workout for you. Okay, so today's workout, the one that I've picked for you, is a lower body workout. Okay. Now what it looks like is, I'd start exercise one after a warm-up, and I'm going to talk about warm-up, I mean general warm-up. So you may want to be on a treadmill, just a nice easy walk, low intensity for about 5 minutes, just to get your heart rate up, get the blood moving around into your muscles, get yourself set, ready to go. One thing I've never been very keen on is stretching cold. All right, if you imagine your muscles like a piece of chewing gum that's been frozen, and if you try and stretch that piece of gum, you just break it, right? I see a lot of injuries coming from people, not through exercise, but just through stretching cold. So if you do want to stretch, and I do advise a stretch after a workout, targeting whatever sort of muscles you've been working, then I would leave it till the end when you're warm and the muscles are warm and there's enough blood running through them so that you don't injure yourself. Okay, so the warm-up would be treadmill. You can use a bike, stationary bike, 3 to 5 minutes, nice easy pedal, nothing crazy. Yeah, that's a great warm-up. You don't have to do anything crazy. And if it is, if it is lower body, then you might want to jump in and get maybe a couple of sets of just body weight squats, something that's going to mimic whatever it is that you're doing within the workout, particularly the first movement. Okay, so what I've got for you guys here is a squat or a squat pattern. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be a barbell squat. So that works really well then. If you do, 2 sets, 10 reps, just a couple of body weight squats, just getting yourself ready, prepared, getting those muscles warm, getting your mind fixed into what it is that you have to do. So jump on a treadmill, jump on a bike, about 5 minutes, low to medium intensity, get the heart rate up. Then I'd move into a couple of sets, 10 to 12 reps of just body weight squats. Done with your warm-up, okay? First movement, like I said, would be a squat pattern. Look, you can do barbell squats with the bar, high bar behind the neck. That's fine. But this is the thing when it comes to squatting if you are trying to build muscle, okay? Squatting for strength and squatting for hypertrophy are kind of two different things. All right, when you're squatting for hypertrophy, what you really want to make sure of is that you are getting your calf to your hamstring. So hamstring and calf are touching. You want to create tension on the quad. Okay, now when you're squatting, let's say for strength, and you're adopting more of a low bar, you're opening up into a wide stance, you're bringing a lot of hip and glute into the movement. That's not necessarily geared towards hypertrophy or, building muscle. So, for a lot of us, different heights, different limb lengths, I would advise jumping into something like a hack squat. Okay, hack squats, and you really need to get yourself set up on these because hack squats have wrecked a lot of knees. All right, you can't come up. You got to keep your heels down. No coming up on the balls of your feet. Again, that's another video, okay? But something or even jump into a Smith machine, get yourself set up in a Smith machine, and get a couple of plates, like a couple of 5 or 10 kilo plates that you can use to sort of elevate the heel. That'll ensure that you get a lot more tension on the quad, okay? And the Smith machine, you can put the safety bars on it, and it's a fixed pattern, okay? But you guys might find it preferable to a free bar squat, okay? You might even want to get into a goblet squat, Goblet squats where you've got the dumbbell, you're loaded in front of you. Again, heels up on a block or a plate to create that tension in the quad. Fantastic. So there, you know, we're looking at around 10 to 12 reps, 2 working sets. So you might come in on whatever squat pattern you choose, whether it's a hack squat, whether it be a goblet squat, whether it's a Smith machine squat. Heels elevated is preferable on the 2 squats. Because like I said, you really want to create tension on the quad. And the way you do that is making sure that you get calf to hamstring. The hamstring calves are touching. It's important for hypertrophy. So you come in, a warm-up set, maybe 2 warm-up sets, and then I'd go 2 working sets. Now on your second working set, you don't necessarily have to keep the same weight. If you want to make the reps and you know, look, if I just struggled to get the 12th rep, if I use the same weight, I'm not going to get 12 reps. You've got 2 options. Okay, and this comes pretty much to all exercises that you do. When it comes to your second working set, you can either stick with the same weight and go for 1 or 2 less reps, or you can lower the weight, you know, 5 kilos or whatever it is, and then get the 12 reps, up to you. From there, I'd move on to a hip hinge, some sort of deadlifting pattern. I much rather prefer, again, for hypertrophy, it's fantastic to take something like a Romanian deadlift or a stiff-legged deadlift. Actually, stiff-legged deadlift is preferable because you can get a lot of tension at the bottom in that bottom position. Really good for hamstring glute hypertrophy. Excellent, actually. Again, technique has to be great. Somewhere down the line, there will be a video on that one as well. The other thing about doing your Romanians and doing your stiff-legged deadlifts is compared to the conventional deadlift, which you may want to work at some point in your training year, as you might want to, you know, build strength and you might be working it for doubles or triples. Fantastic. Again, if it's the muscle and, you know, if it's hypertrophy that you want, I think the stiff-legged or the Romanian versions, anywhere from 8 to 10 reps, work really well. I even keep when I do the stiff-legged, I even keep a pause in that bottom position for about a count of 2. Just get a real nice stretch, create a lot of tension there. It's fantastic hypertrophy for hamstrings and glutes. From there, I normally work into a leg extension. Again, you might want to hold that contracted position for a count of 2. I up the reps a little bit here. I'll go anywhere from 10 to 15 reps. Again, 2 working sets. 2 working sets on the stiff-legged deadlift after you've had a 1 or 2 warm-up sets. I then would go to lying leg curls. Again, lying leg curls, they lend themselves to higher reps. Somewhere in the 12 to 15 range is really good. Again, couple of working sets after your warm-up. And then I would finish up the workout with calf raises. Now you can jump into the calf raise machine. If your gym has one, they have one standing, they have one sitting. And if you can't find that, just grab a dumbbell and you can do one-legged calf raises. They work really well. And if you want to get an extra stretch, then find yourself a plate and use that so you get more of a stretch in the bottom position. Again, 12 to 15, you can go as high as 20 reps here. Calves, you know, they thrive on higher reps as well. Warm-up set would just be doing heel, like coming up on the balls of your feet for 10 or 12 reps, just with your body weight. And then, you know, grab a dumbbell or jump up on a calf machine, load it up with the plates either side, whatever it is that you can do. 12 to 15, 15 to 20. Couple of hard working sets there, really good to stretch in between sets on calves. That's pretty much it, right? For lower body, you get everything you need there. You get hamstring, quad, glute activation. You get really strong on those movements. It's really good. I've written this program up for a lot of people, and one question I'm commonly asked with it is, what about leg press? Leg press, fantastic. Squats and leg presses in the same workout might be a little bit too fatiguing, might give you too much to recover from. Remember, the whole basis of the system sort of pivots around being able to recover well between workouts, right? So that's the reason I took out the conventional deadlift, and it's the reason I don't usually pair up squats and leg presses in the same workout. However, you might go through a training block, like through a strength cycle, where you just want to break from the squat for 4 to 6 weeks or whatever your training block is. And you go, you know what, I'm going to throw in leg presses and get strong on leg presses for this block. Really good option as well. Again, leg presses work pretty well, anywhere from like the 6 to 15 rep range. Important thing is though, is foot positioning on it. What I see a lot of people do because they want to push more weight is they place their feet high and wide up on the platform, which is okay, I suppose, if your goal is to work hamstrings and glutes. But if you're doing it as a more of a quad dominant exercise, then you want to get your feet lower down on the platform, closer together. And again, you always want to be looking to get that calf touching your hamstring, create tension on the quad. Okay, so that would be a really good lower body workout to run at the gym. Start off with a workout, bike, treadmill, do a couple of sets of body weight squats, 10 reps, 12 reps, then jump into your workout. You've got your squat pattern, then you've got a deadlift hinge pattern, following it up with a leg extension, leg curl, finishing with calf raises. Okay, you normally do 1 or 2 warm-up sets and then jump in for 2 working sets on each of those. Give them a go, work them within the cycled intensity that I have been talking about. So you might want to gradually build up to 100%. Now here's another thing. When you're starting a program for the first time and you're implementing exercises for the first time, okay, there's no need to start at 60, 70, 80%. Just spend 2 or 3 weeks trying to see how strong you are in each of those movements. Okay, make a note, remember, data, you have to record everything and see how strong you are for the rep ranges that you're using in each movement, and then you can create a cycle. Then you can go, right, my 100% on all of these is X. Next week, I'm going to break this down, deload, and I'm going to work up over the next 3 to 4 weeks back to that 100% and then add some weight and reps beyond that. All right, excellent. Let me know how you guys go with it. Until I see you again, be good.